One of my favorite late summertime dishes is a Columbia River king salmon, slow roasted with a sauce made from corn, bacon, and chanterelle mushrooms. And the beauty of this dish is the best time of year for the king salmon is at the exact same time that chanterelles are available. And I believe that the best king salmon in America comes from the Columbia River. It's got the highest fat content. It's even better than anything you get from Alaska, although that's a nice fish as well. So we're gonna start this dish getting some fresh corn I got from a local farmer. I'm just gonna cut the kernels off. And you can use a serrated knife, a paring knife, or if you don't want to, you can just buy frozen corn kernels, but I think it really works better with fresh corn. We're gonna take all the kernels from like 1 ear of corn and drop it into your blender. And we're gonna put about a half a cup of cream and a half cup of milk. And we're gonna blend it all together till it's super smooth. Now I'm going to season the king salmon, a little bit of salt and pepper, a little bit of herbs de Provence, just really basic seasoning. We don't want to hide the beautiful flavors of this fish. We're going to put a little bit of oil in our pan here and a little touch of butter. And just let that butter start to sizzle. And we want to have a nice brown crust on our fish. So I'm just going to brown the fish a little bit on each side. I'm going to let it finish in the oven while we make the sauce, so everything's ready at the same time. All right, let's pop this into our oven. Now, I generally cook it about 400 degrees or so for about 8 to 10 minutes. Salmon should be served medium rare and it stays more juicy, but if you like it more well done, just simply cook it a little bit longer. All right, so the first step of making the sauce is just to chop about 1 cup of bacon. You can use any bacon you find at the store. I like using a hickory smoked bacon. It's like this kind of the smoky flavor with the sweetness of the corn. We're gonna let that cook till the bacon starts to brown and gets nice and crispy. Now that the bacon is nice and brown and crispy, we want to pour off some of this fat because you really don't want a whole bunch of bacon fat in there. And leave a little bit in the pan, but not too much. Now we're going to add a little bit of corn kernels, about 1 cup or so. Then we're going to add our sautéed chanterelles. And the recipe for these can be found at Cook FIS. It's just a simple sautéed chanterelle recipe. We're just going to toss it a little bit like that. And now that everything's mixed well, we're going to add our corn cream that we made in the blender. We're just gonna pour that in there. We're just gonna let it cook a little bit. Just let all the flavors kind of marry together. And now after everything simmered together for a few minutes, we're just gonna finish it with a little chopped chives. Chives give it kind of oniony flavor and a little beautiful texture to it. Okay, so let's spoon a little bit of this corn, chanterelle, and bacon sauce onto the plate. Get that nice there on the bottom. And let's grab our beautiful Columbia River king salmon and put it right on top. Beautiful dish. This is our Columbia River king salmon with this sweet corn, bacon, and chanterelle sauce.